everyone, welcome to my channel. What I have learned today, and hopefully what I'm about to share with you is something that you already know. So I like to think that I'm just reinforcing what we already know. I'm just reminding you how to have a mindset of abundance and how to maintain that. And let me tell you something. It's something that is not overnight. It's done over time. But just to give you share with you a little bit of information on what I do. And if you listen to any of my other videos, I do talk a lot about this. It is so key that we have an abundance mindset. It is so key that we believe in ourselves to know that we deserve it and we are worthy of every good thing. And I just want you to know that I speak that from my heart to my brothers and to my sisters that are out there who's ever watching. I want you to know that you are amazing and you deserve every good thing. You're supposed to have a good life and live a good life and have the things that you want. But there's certain tools and things that we need to do in order to manifest that. Anyway, let's dive in. So number one, a gratitude journal. You know, I talk a lot about writing down what we're grateful for. One of my practices is I write down every morning what I'm grateful for. When I get home in the evening, I'm always grateful to get home safe. I'm always grateful for my little pet who's sitting in my lap right now. I'm just grateful for breathing, for being alive. There's so many wonderful things that we should be grateful for. And so when you write it down, it shifts your focus to abundance. That's one good technique in developing an abundance mindset. And then positive affirmations. Folks, repeat affirmations like I attract abundance to rewire your thoughts. When you say things, it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but when you say I am abundant, I attract abundance, I'm worthy of abundance. When you say positive affirmations, they really reinforce what you need. They reinforce the abundance in your life. And so you want to try that because it's really good. You know, anything that you do repetitive, it just suddenly becomes natural. And you know what? Just give it a try. Before you say, oh, that won't work. You know, if being negative hasn't worked, try being positive and let's see what happens. And then, folks, you want to visualize your success. You want to close your eyes for a minute and visualize achieving your goals. Feel the abundance flowing into your life. So, you know, sometimes you want to just sit a moment with yourself, close your eyes, folks, and visualize your goals and your dreams and the things that you want to achieve and actually see yourself doing that. So think about this. You spend a lot of time visualizing yourself doing just the opposite, not achieving just the opposite. So how about we do a different technique? Go with me here and visualize achieving the things that you want to have in life. Because as I said in the start of this video, you deserve it. And then you want to limit negative news. Avoid excessive exposure to negative news, which fosters scarcity, and it does not give you abundance mindset. And what do I mean? I'm not saying don't watch the news, period. Don't listen to the radio. I'm simply saying that you know, and I don't need to tell you that there's a lot of negativity on the news. Sometimes there's a lot of negativity on the radio. Sometimes you're faced with what others want you to think, how others want you to feel. And so I want you to control that. Because I want you to start watching more positive things that make you laugh, things that make you feel good, whether it's music or a podcast or someone or whatever it is, because we have to limit that. You know, we fill ourselves with so much negativity, and in the minute we have a challenge, and the minute we have an obstacle, we just fall apart. So we can control certain things. And one of the things we can do is limit negative news, whether it be with our friends, whether it be on TV, or whether it be on radio. And then help others. Give a minute to help someone else. An act of kindness also will give you an abundance mindset. Don't be so selfish. Don't be stingy. An act of kindness to someone, not just someone that you know, that's easy to do, or someone that you like, that's easy to do. But how about sowing a good deed or a good seed to someone that is undeserving, or that you feel is undeserving, or someone that hasn't been so nice to you, or someone who you don't even know. How about just being, doing an act of kindness? I don't know if you guys have seen, if you're in the US, that commercial, that Honda commercial, where they do an act of kindness. So, how about showing an act of kindness? It doesn't always have to be money. Sometimes it's just a good word. Sometimes it's just cheering someone up and encouraging someone to be the best version of themselves, or just telling someone, hey, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're going through, that's what you're doing. You're going through it. You got to do it. This is temporary and you can do this. That right there is a good deed. And then you want to declutter. Spend a minute decluttering your space. A clean environment fosters mental clarity and abundance. Let me tell you something. Good energy and good blessings, and then they can't flow in clutter. If you're at home and you got stuff all over the place, whether it's in your work or your car is junky, your car is messy, come on now. If you want abundance to flow through, can you make room for it? Move that stuff out of the way. Clean up your house. Clean up your car. You know what I mean? Clean it up. Declutter. Toss things. And let me tell you something. My rule for myself is, if I haven't looked in the bag in a year, I just dump it. If I have not looked in a bag in a year, I dump it. Because evidently I don't need it. God forbid 2 years. Okay? Because sometimes we just collect things. We collect paper. And so if we want good energy to flow, and if we want abundance to come through, my brother, my sister, we need to make room for it. Then we want to learn continuously. Dedicate a minute to learning something new daily. Knowledge opens doors to abundance. Let me tell you something. No one knows it all. I'm always learning. I'm always listening. I'm always feeding the brain. I want to always know daily one thing new. Okay? We probably all learn something multiple times throughout the day. But for the sake of this video, try and learn one thing new, something that you didn't know how to do. Whether you're listening to somebody, whether it's about positivity, or maybe it's just learning some new technology like AI. Try to learn something new, because let me tell you something, it helps you with an abundance mindset. Constantly work on yourself to become better, to become a better version of you. I want to be better than I was yesterday. So in order to do that, I got to constantly work on myself, learn something new. Okay, I'm not saying not have a good time, not have fun, but I always want to learn something new. And then we want to practice mindfulness. Take a minute to focus on your breath. Mindfulness reduces anxiety and it promotes abundance. So sometimes we need to just practice breathing. I'm not saying you got to do yoga, although yoga is good, but I am saying that, work on your breath. Just inhale and exhale. Get quiet sometimes. Sometimes we're so busy running around and we're doing absolutely nothing. Take control of your time. Do what you need to do. Sit down and just take a breath. Promise you, just take a breath. Then set goals. Spend a minute setting achievable goals. Clear objectives to abundance. Clear objectives. You need to know exactly what it is that you want. When you know what you want, you can achieve abundance, but you got to be clear, folks, on what it is that you want. Don't forget, as I always say, celebrate the small wins. Let me tell you something. What's a small win? If you kept the commitment to yourself that when you got home, you were going to do some journaling, and you kept that commitment, celebrate that win. That's a win, because that's something that you haven't been doing. That's just a small example. But whatever it is, it's something. If you accomplish something, don't wait on anybody to celebrate you. You celebrate yourself. However that may be for you, you celebrate yourself. See, you become your first cheerleader. See, I'm my first cheerleader first. You see, I don't need, if someone comes up to me and they say, hey, Juanita, good job, and that's good. That's extra. But I make sure I have my own internal motivation. And the reason I do, folks, is because when those people get upset with you and they decide they don't want to talk to you anymore, or they decide they're jealous of you or envy of you, whatever the case may be, because I have my own internal motivation, I keep going. So I'm not moving for them. I'm moving for me. So that's what I mean by being your own cheerleader first. And everything else, anybody else, all the yay, you go girl, you go guy, you go boy, all that's fine. But if they should stop, you can still remain motivated. And then network. Check this out. Use a minute to connect with someone in your network. Abundance often comes through relationships. Let me tell you something. One time, and I'm going to share this with you, I was in like severe need. I just needed something. And I'm not none of your business what it was, but I was in need of something. And let me tell you something. Because of my network and because of my relationship, it came from someone, a couple of people from my network. I go, wow. And I didn't even know that's where it was going to come from. So I'm just telling you, I'm not saying network with the world because everybody with you, not for you. You have to know how to audit your group and you have to be aware who's in your group. And let me tell you, it's very easy. If they're real negative, then I'm not even going to tell you what you need to do. Okay? If they're always complaining and nothing's never good happening to them, you know what you need to do. So that's all I'm saying. Then I want you to embrace failure. Reflect on a recent failure for a minute and find the lesson in it. Failure is part of the journey to abundance. Remember that. So if you fail, or if you made a bad decision, or something didn't go right, it's all a part of the journey. Because basically, we're going to learn more out of our failures than our successes. Then save and invest. Allocate a minute to review your finances and plan for saving and investing. I don't care what it is or the amount it is. It could be $20, $40 a week, $5 a week, whatever. Start looking at that and start saving. You could start at the beginning of the week, $5, and at the end of the week, see what you have. And for those of you who are laughing, like, what is that? Let me tell you something. When you have an abundance of bills, or you have children, and you just have things that have come up in life, that can be a great deal. That can be a lot. So that's just a suggestion to save and invest. Look at your finances, see where you can streamline. Trust me, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me. So you and me, we in this together. So we want to have an abundance mindset. Then stay curious. Spend a minute asking questions about the world. Curiosity expands your horizons and mindset. Don't just go on with life, oh, this is the way it is. This is the way it's supposed to be. No. Be curious. Find out why that works the way it works. Find out why that is the way it is. You never know. Then affirm abundance daily. Before starting your day, take a minute to affirm your belief in abundance. Okay? When I say affirm, I mean state it out loud. I am abundant. I believe I'm abundant. I believe every good thing is coming to me. Abundance follows me everywhere I go. I am a magnet for abundance, etc., etc., whatever you're comfortable with. But practice that. Affirm it. Affirm it. And I know it's going to sound funny at first, but that's okay. That's okay. Funny is good. All I want you to do is affirm it. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this video, I am so grateful for you. I'm kindly asking that you would please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, send me a comment, and I'll see you soon.